What's going on, man? Cup Live. We are back, and we are right in the week of our race at Hooked on Speed, South Carolina, man. Don't forget to come over here and check us out, man. We're gonna have the Hooked on Speed, man, Cup at the Carolina Dragway, presented and sponsored by 190 Hookup and Robinson Industries, along with our other gracious sponsors who've been hanging in there with us the whole time. We appreciate y'all as always, and it keeps us going, keep these races going. We want to keep this Man Cup thing building. We appreciate y'all support, and we're going to keep doing the best we can do with you, to make it happen for you. Big Boss, come on, man. Come on, I know you back there itching to say something, man. We've been on that road again, man. Talk to me.
You got the brothers on tonight. I'm ready to hit. I'm ready to hit the brothers. You got the
Yeah,
legends
man.
on tonight.
Real legends, man. We done seen some wallets, but hey, he sent me a picture today, man. That thing was loaded with wallets. Boy, I said,
Yeah, come
good
on
God
now.
Almighty. Huh?
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
waste
yeah.
no
We had us.
time.
Yeah. We had us a pretty good old weekend this weekend, man. Yeah, hey, we
Yeah,
played
yeah,
a
we
little golf
did.
up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to throw a shout out right quick before I forget to the Trick Twos Racing, Growth is Drag Bikes. I appreciate y'all again for having us up there at the Motorcycle Mania, Eddyville Raceway. We appreciate y'all again for having us up there at the Kramers. We had a great time out golfing with you guys. Caleb and Nick, y'all was bombing it, boy. We brought that trophy.
yeah,
Well, now we ain't bring the trophy home. The trophy's still in Iowa. They holding
yeah,
on to it for us up there, man. What's going
yeah.
on with that, boss?
Well, we had to let them have it. It was only one trophy like that. That was one of a kind trophy. And plus, his son, he had something to do with helping us win it. So it was all right to leave it up there with them.
And
Don't
then,
you
and
know we
then we
shot
had
seven
Big
under?
Nick. Yeah.
7 under,
And
man,
then
on the
but
track we didn't know nothing about. That was all
hey
right,
man,
man.
then you
Seven
had
under
old
now.
Nick that you had Nick bombing that thing though, Big Boss. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
them youngsters, man. They supposed to be able to hit it that long. They in their 20s. They should be able to
Yeah,
hit it
yeah.
340, 350. That boy hit 2 or 3 of them shots with 350-yard drives. Come on, man.
I know it, man. Y'all need to go check out Nick. Nick was the bomb, and him and Caleb, my man Van Sant up there. Hey, they're my they're my other partners in our championship. We appreciate that. But Bruce Nell, Gerald Kramer, Eddyville Raceway Park, we appreciate y'all hospitality
Yeah,
once again. We came
yeah,
up there and had a good time. Mother Nature played a hand again. Didn't let us do it again on Sunday. The the we were able to pull off the 460 win.
right.
Bradley Grothers, I know for a fact he won Super Comp. And then
Yeah.
we had my man Dan McCartan on Hutch win Top Gas. I don't know the other winners, them the guys that was
Now
parked
hold
there
up.
right next to me.
Now
But
them brothers,
yeah,
the brothers is on tonight. They won something.
and the brothers won the
Yes,
Pro ET
yes,
and another
yes.
class. So we're gonna get them on here. But look here, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna bring y'all our new exciting guests on right in a few minutes. We'll see you back in a second. I'm back, and we guess our special guest that we got Tom and Joe Klemme. I remember you told me how to say your name, man. You say Hemi, and then you say Klemme. That's how I got it down pat. How y'all doing tonight, guys?
Doing good. How are you?
Brother.
Hey man, we doing great, man. Look at I was trying to list off them winners at the top of my head, and Big Boss said, No, don't forget about the brothers over there. They won
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tom won
Pro ET.
Pro ET, and him and I were in the final of Super Gas. We didn't run it. And then Bradley won Super Comp, and like you said, Dan McCartan won Top Gas, and you won 460. So we had it covered.
Well, hell, I was pretty close then off the top of my head. I just looked around the
They were.
pits and I was trying to remember who got them
Yeah.
checks. And I was calling their names right on out there, wasn't the man. But look here, man. So I've been seeing y'all guys around. I had met you, I think, the first Motorcycle Mania was when I officially had met you guys my first time. But I did not know, like, I was talking to some of the baddest racers and bracket racers in the country, you know what I'm saying? And came across as a good surprise, because then I got to start watching y'all a little closer. Now, I'm a 460 guy, but you can learn a lot of little tricks if you watch the old veterans, you know what I mean? So I was up there sneaking up there watching y'all. Man, y'all been at this thing a long time, man, like a real long time. Tell the fans about how y'all got it started with racing motorcycles. I seen y'all send us a picture earlier with your daddy on a motorcycle, so maybe you'll expound on this story a little bit.
Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I would say we got started. Well, we were both in high school shortly after we got our driver's licenses. When we were 16, our father was racing, our uncles were racing, so they got us involved, and we just kind of took on it. We didn't know what we were doing. We see people getting out of it at the finish line. We thought they were cheating, but they were winning and we weren't. So we kind of figured it out. And then my father retired from racing, and we weren't smart enough to retire from racing.
That
So
was well said.
here we are, still doing it. But our
And
father
so,
definitely got us started.
yeah, what was your dad a Kawasaki guy?
Not at all.
Harley all the way.
He bought a Harley in '72. He bought a Harley in '72, and he could beat all the bikes on the street. But in '73, there was one bike that beat him, and it was that Kawasaki, and that made him so mad. He he doubled the price of his investment, having it stroked and bored and ported and polished and carbureted and cammed, and he had a hog roast out of his house with a keg of beer, and he had a big crowd out there, and he beat that Kawasaki, and he was so happy. He got his $100. He spent $2,000 to win $100 back. Best investment he ever made, he told me.
Hey,
And
the
Tom
best
owns,
investment.
Tom owns
Hey,
that.
the best.
Yeah,
No, they say
I still
that's
got
the
that
best
bike.
investment. Huh?
Ever made.
Yeah,
I, I got
$2,000
my
to win
first
that
win.
100.
I got my first win at Eddyville on that motorcycle, and I still got it in my garage.
The Harley.
No
That's
72,
nice.
72 Sportster. Yep.
Oh man, so y'all still have Dad's old Harley from
Yep.
that investment he made way back then. How quick does the thing run?
The fastest it ever went was a 7:07 in the eighth mile.
I mean,
It's pretty fast
that's
iron
pretty
distance.
good though. Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Quarter
That seems
mile,
like something.
11:20s.
I ran 11:27, 119 in the quarter on it, I think.
He's rolling there.
I was,
That's
I
moving
was
pretty.
a lot lighter.
Was that a 1200? Was that a 1200 cc Sportster?
With the, with the stroker, it was like a 1260, and the big bore kit is a 1260 ish.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's pretty. He said the ish. That could be
Ish. Yeah.
anywhere from that.
Hard to
That's
be
dad
much bigger.
combination. So
Yep.
both of y'all started racing around the same time, or did you one of you pull the other one in after one got started first? So y'all just kind of went the same time.
Yeah, I think Tom started before me. He's a year older than me, so he raced his 350 Honda and his 650 Yamaha, and then I got started a year later, and we've been doing it together ever since.
Wow. So, and how many years we talking about now? Go ahead now. I don't want to tell your age. I mean, women they get offended when you ask this question, but I'm gonna have to
So
ask
he's
the
76,
OGs. So how long?
47, 40, 46, 47 years.
yeah, about 47 years.
Wow,
That's a
that
long
long.
time.
That's not how old we
I,
are. That's how long we've been racing.
That's a long time, man.
I,
And
man.
16.
So there's no way in the world you could tell me how many wins y'all have at this point.
No. I can't tell you how many championships I have. I have no idea.
Oh,
I can tell you how many laps we've made this year. I had my wife because I save all my ET slips and some are digital.
Right.
I count it on my phone, and I think Tom has probably made equal laps as me because he might have missed a race or two that I went to, but he wins more than I do. So our laps are probably equal. I've made 296 passes this season already, and Tom's probably made close to that or the same.
Man,
So
that's a
about
lot of
600
passes down the track.
this year.
You should win once in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
yeah, I mean,
practice
you
a
got
lot.
290 some passes down the track. Yeah, it seems like you making. A lot of people think that all those wins come up to they see you winning and winning, but they don't really. That's the thing about racing. People don't see the losses that you take. You
No,
just
Oh, right.
fade off right there. You go some
they
rounds, but
don't.
then
They don't.
you Yeah.
They don't see a
I
lot
mean,
of, not to interrupt you. I was going to say they don't see a lot of wins that we do either because we try to keep a low profile, which is hard to do, but we don't
Right.
post every time we win a trophy race, which we don't hear much, but we don't post every time we win a race. People like doing that. And I have a saying that, boy, that guy's really good on Facebook.
now you're gonna be really good on Facebook now, but hey, but
Yeah.
when you
Well,
You're helping.
you're good for the sport. That's why we're here.
I appreciate that, man. I'm grinding. I really appreciate that coming from you guys. I mean, I mean, I don't know if you can even imagine how much different it is for me, coming from being just a racer who I really, really enjoy racing motorcycles, period. I mean, so, to take away the man cup to operate the man cup, it's a big blow. It was a big blow for me because I actually want to
Sure.
participate in it. You know what I mean? But like you said, you have to set aside your wants to sometimes take care of the need. And
Yeah.
so, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just take care of the need of operating a place where professional or seasoned hobbyists want to participate in the sport they love that is done right and fair. That's it. That's the only thing I want to concentrate on, being fair. Yeah.
Yep. And I wrote some notes
And I
down earlier
appreciate
and
y'all
I,
guys for
I
coming too, man. Huh?
yeah. That's no problem. I wrote some notes down earlier, and what people don't understand is the promoter has to make a profit, and so does the track owner in order to stay in business. Otherwise, we have nowhere to race. Everybody thinks, oh, they don't pay enough, they
Yeah.
charge too much. That's BS. You guys got to make a dollar
Yeah,
too.
expenses.
So that's part of it. How do you grow the sport and still keep the promoters and the track owners profitable? It's a tough deal all the way around.
Those are facts, and those are tough facts. And I think that a guy called me today, and we were talking about the same thing. And one of the things that we were discussing was, you know, um, how do you operate and build this business? And I know that in order for us to build it, you can't build it off of back gate profitability. We got to somehow pull people into the racetrack that have not been in racing. Maybe just want
Yeah.
to come out and get to know something about the sport, and then they bring 10 people with them. But you mentioned something earlier when we were just talking about, the demographic of the actual motorcycle that's showing up to the racetrack versus, I don't know if it's 10 years or 15 years ago because I really had not paid so much attention to what you said. But when you said it, it made a lot of sense. Like, there are the bikes that we are riding, the Willie Boy purpose built motorcycle type deals are somewhat becoming a dinosaur. You can buy the bike now that runs 850s, 860s with a little bit of work and finance it. So
Yeah.
what do you think about the
That's
change in the demographic of the motorcycles?
Go ahead, Tom.
well, the fact that you can buy one and basically take it to the track and run fast numbers is a good thing. But there's a place for the old bikes too. We're still competitive, even though a lot of these new bikes have mile per hour on them. We're not giving up our old, history of this stuff. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, I think
They can't finance a drag bike. You can't finance
yeah,
a drag
but
bike.
you can
Basically.
finance.
You
a
can
street
finance
bike.
a street bike.
And the other thing is expect, and this is just maybe me personally, but I mean, from a 60-year-old woman sitting in the bleachers, I think a drag bike's a lot more exciting to watch than a street bike. Maybe not if they flip over backwards. But we don't want that.
We don't want that.
Yeah. But the deal is there's the fans now are, we got to, I feel like we got to attract more younger people in the sport right now. Just being realistic. I mean, I love it, and I think that we're going to continue to do our thing. And I think it's like part of my younger Hollywood would be to find out where the Klemmes were racing that weekend because I just had to whoop one of their asses. That would be my pursuit of happiness as a racer, to look for you guys. You know what I mean? To level up. So I was gonna ask you earlier. Do you think y'all? You said y'all flew under the radar. Do y'all think y'all need to fly under the radar so track promoters can get some races?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of motorcycle racers have huge egos, so they want to portray themselves as fast and winning and all that, which
We don't give a
we don't
crap.
really care about. Yeah, as you can see, you know why I said why nobody runs that 950 or that 930 class? Because their egos are too big to go that slow. And even if it pays good, they don't want to do it because their egos are too big. But I like running the classes that are affordable and pay decent. Like Tom won that 950 class you had out in West Salem. That pays for our
Yeah.
fuel, you know. So anyways, I might have got a little off track there, but
No, no. Go ahead. Just keep on talking, man. We just talking. That's all.
I do the scheduling, and I overdo the scheduling. We've been racing every weekend since March, I think. But you know, that's I say seat time is what pays off. Not that Tom and I necessarily need seat time, but boy, you know, and Tom says this, and it's the truth. We have a great pit crew, and that's one of the reasons we're successful. We have two guys that go with us every weekend, pretty much, and they don't make any mistakes. Tom and I make mistakes once in a while. Our pit crew never makes mistakes, and that's
Well, I can
one of the
say the
reasons.
same thing about mine right there, Big Boss. Big Boss, you don't never make no mistakes, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, and
That
that's
man
Yeah.
told it like it is. He said the pit crew. He knew who it is. The pit crew. Most time
oh
they
yeah,
just riding the bike. Pit crew
yeah.
making sure
Hey,
the tire right,
y'all done
the
made my
gas
pit
right,
crew
the
feet
nitrous
go up
right.
higher, man.
There's so many things your pit crew take care of. He know that.
That's right.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. And that's a good thing. Just like this weekend here, man, we was sitting there, we was all ready to go. And next thing I know, Pinky say, "Hey, man, look at that gas, that carburetor look like too much gas in it." And true enough, the float had stuck on it, and the whole bowl was full of fuel. I mean, this
Yeah.
just before the semifinals. It just happened to come up. Look, I'm gonna pay a few
Well, that
bills.
done
I'm gonna
happened
expound
before.
on that question. You just had me think about something. When I get back, I'm gonna ask you another question about it. We'll be right back. All right, Hollywood Man Cup Live. We back again. We got Tom and Joe Klemme. We got Big Boss over there in the cut. Look here, man. I was sitting here thinking that you said this year you had already made coming up to 300 passes already on a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
So it ain't like you need the seat time. That's what you said. So what drives you back to the track every weekend then? What got you going to the track every weekend? You don't want everything. So tell me what got you going to the track every weekend.
Yeah.
It's still riding the bikes. I'll be honest, isn't a big thrill. It's fine, it's fun, but competing and winning, that puts a smile on our face. And Joe's a habitual gambler. Who has
Yeah. Yeah, I like to pay. I like to pay big entry fees and hopefully cover expenses, and we do that the majority of the time. Right. When I paid last week at Eddyville, there was one class that we didn't enter till Saturday. The lady says that's $1,480. I'm like, yeah, I know.
we paid $1,480
To get in the gate,
and then we paid a little more because we
another
entered
100.
one more class.
So we paid 1,580 plus one buyback of 75. We paid $1,655 in entry fees last weekend. But they got 700 refunded for Sunday, and then wanted another 3,900. So we collected 4,600 on that, 1,600.
Gee, that paid off.
That's
That's
what
what he
drives.
does right there.
That's what drives us.
So that's the motivation right there. That's it.
That's one of them, and the competition. We both played sports all through our youth and high school and everything, and we're competitive. Both competitive.
I mean, that sounds like. I mean, to me, it just sounds like you straight take all the races, put them on your board, and say, okay, well they're paying this amount of money. if we put 2,000 in, we can at least make 4,000, cover our expenses, and we'll make us 2,000. So you really legit looking at your competition like it's this business for you. Like it's real business. That's what I'm hearing right now. You got
That's how he
economics
runs
tied up
it.
into it.
Yeah, you have to run it like a business. And like I said earlier, we run a lot against cars, and that's a tough game racing against those cars. And we both double enter for the whole weekend. Sometimes we're 3,000 deep in the entry fees. So you gotta get down to splitting these big money races to break even. So we both won some big money races against cars. Tom won.
It's a tough deal though.
Tom got down to the semis in a 50 grander, and he took out $12,000. For a semifinal finish, 12 grand. But we were probably about $4 grand deep in the entry fees that day. So it is what it is. But it's a business, like you said.
It's
I mean,
gambling
so
on yourself.
it is gambling, and you're gambling on yourself, which I like to gamble on myself. I prefer that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Dan, gambling on somebody I don't even know nothing about. You know what I mean? At least I know my chance.
Yeah.
I know I got a shot at it. But I mean, just sitting here listening to that, myself, I'm like, yeah, if somebody come up next to y'all, they need to definitely be on their game.
Hey,
'Cause
hey,
y'all look
hey,
huh?
hey. What did that tell you then? That they know that they good and they know the machine is working. They know the machine is gonna do what it do, and they know they good. They gonna cut a light. They gonna run the number, and that's all it take to get the money. So that's why they go every week. They go every week because they think they gonna win every week. If they even come run up sometime, they still win. They get the money
That's
back
right.
and maybe a little piece of the profit. So yeah, man. Then
Yep.
it's both of them. They got two shots at it, him and him. Did you hear what he
Yeah.
said? All the money that they put up the race, man, they probably in about 6, 7 classes. Sometimes they back to back.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Now the Clemmies, now they have at least I see at least about 8 motorcycles down there. Now that kind of
We
puts
had
me back in perspective. How many?
we had 7 down there
And Eddie.
and ran them all.
But that's
Yeah,
what
and
I'm
that so
talking
that
about
put
right there.
everything back in perspective for me because now I can understand the philosophy of why you have so many motorcycles there. You gambling on you putting a bet down on every
Every
you basically
class.
putting a
Yeah,
bet on every number on the roulette
that's
wheel.
right.
Basically, is
That's
what
right.
you're doing. Period. Man, that's a heck of a thing. That's a heck of a way to
Hollywood.
do it. Well, I like it though. I like it. I like the
Golf
confidence that it takes to do that.
Yeah, Hollywood, you can relate to this. We have a stable of motorcycles. We had 7 at Eddyville. We've got quite a few more in the shop. And what we do, we say and we don't golf because we don't fish, we don't golf, we drag race, okay? But our thing is, our motorcycles are like golf clubs. We pick one out for the right race or the right index or the
Class.
right class.
Mhm.
We don't have anything.
Hey,
Wow.
do
Top
y'all
class.
got some bikes that y'all run in 2 of them in the same class? Because I heard them one
Well,
time
yeah,
call both y'all
Oh
names
well, yeah, we'll double
when
enter the
y'all run
class.
against each other.
yeah. And if you run the same bike in 2 classes, you're getting double information. See?
I got you.
And with 2 of us, we're getting 4 times the information.
That's
So
right.
it's
That's
a
right.
win-win.
That's
Man,
right.
that's that. I mean, everybody has a different reason for doing it, and I just had to take my hats off to you. That's just the way you get out. That's just it, baby. You over there. You're your own Nasdaq and New York Stock Exchange.
That's right.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
I want to buy some of those shares too, buddy.
I've got investments in stocks and bet money on us. I do a lot better betting money on us.
Yeah.
The
So
stocks
so
don't do.
what got y'all? Yeah, I know y'all got into Kawasaki because Dad got his butt beat by the cow.
No, but it wasn't practical to race Harleys. We learned there you spend too much, you go too slow. So we started racing cows and Suzukis, and they're both a really good platform for what we do.
Yeah.
Right.
So which one? What's your favorite bike? Is your bike your favorite bike? The brown cow with number 222 on it. Two two
All of my
two. Yeah,
bikes
two
make
two
two.
two two. Yeah, the
It's
brown
the
cow,
favorite
like the
bike.
1,000.
I like Suzuki engines better, but I love my cows too. I'm not. It's not. It's close.
Yeah. So 7 bikes. What's the pit crew guy's name? Here we go right here.
Yeah.
That's the win that you got over that's in Ohio.
Yeah, I got the same T-shirt on. Yeah, the shorter gentleman there, that's the guy that helps me out quite a bit. His name's Tim Janung, and he's a heck of a hand. He was voted Pitman of the Year down in St. Louis. And the other guy's John Mealy. He actually owns
Two of the bikes we had.
two of the bikes we had at Eddyville, and one of them was at the shop. He owns 3 drag bikes. I won a $7,000 against cars on one of his drag bikes. So he's
Wow.
highly involved
So he just,
in the.
so he in the business with you. Then he bring it's like he bring you the cards, the dice you need to shoot, and you just roll them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What we got right here, Dan? That's whose collection is that? Or is that combined collection?
That's some of mine. Just some old World Series trophies.
Are any of those your favorite ones?
The Wallies would be my favorite ones. The ones that were
Okay, well,
taken that might have made it there. I don't know.
That's just a
Yeah,
picture
we got that. Who's there right there? That's
of
Joe
St.
right there.
Louis. That's a cool shot, I think.
What you like about that shot?
I don't know, just the colors, the black and blue paint I had, and the red and blue of the
This-
worldwide thing.
Yeah.
And then the background looks good against it too. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay. What we got next? Here we go. That's this weekend
That's
just
okay.
passed.
Yeah, that's past weekend. That's good. I like
Which
all
bike?
everything.
Which bike is the front bike there? Who was riding the front bike? Tom, you was riding the front one, right?
That's my Top Gas bike. It's all motor Suzuki, and I put a new tire on. The tires are hard to get right now, and I put a new tire on that thing, and I was having a hell of a time breaking it in. I almost didn't. I lost in the first run. I almost didn't bite back. And Joe says, "You got to throttle stop. Turn it on." So I went from short time in 1:18 to 1:32, and it started working really good.
They just slowed
So
it down a
you
little, right? Pro
Yeah.
ET
So
anyway.
y'all end up running it. What'd you end up running it after that? It didn't run top gas though. You ran something else, right?
Well, I ran one of my buddy John Mealy's bikes, and he's got a 1500 cal with nitrous. Mine's on motor, so his would cover.
Right.
But Dan McCartan put it on me in the second round.
Who's that in the back? What bike is that in the background back there?
The one in the very back is my car tire cow. I had a little issue with that, but that's the one I ran in 6 flat. It's a 1500 car tire cow with nitrous.
It's 3
I had to
bikes
slow
up
it
there. I
down.
just thought it was 2.
I had to slow it down a little to run 6 flat, but we got her done.
And the one in the middle is another one of John Mealy, our pitman's bikes, and it's just a little 1166 GS.
And which one? That's the one won Pro ET.
The purple and white one I won Pro ET.
Yeah, the top gas bike.
I got you. That was a big. That was the big check this weekend. Was a Pro
That was
ET
a big
check.
check.
Yeah, that was a good
That
one
was
this
a good-
weekend.
Yes, it was.
So let's go find those other trophies you was talking about, Vernon. I want to see these. I want to see the ones. What's that right there?
Well,
That was a Jack Corpello race up in Martin, Michigan.
10
It was supposed to be 10,000 to win, and it got chopped up a little bit, but we got the win and we got the belt.
Yeah. There we go.
Them were the Wallies. Them were the Wallies. Them were the cool ones.
How many of those are in that cabinet?
14. 3 are national championships, 5 are divisions, and the rest are a bunch of other races.
5. So you won 5. I know you won. You said 2 nationals, right?
Three national championships.
3. So you're probably one of the only people that I know that have won. I don't know anybody who won more than one. I think Markham
Well,
won one. That's right.
There's a couple car guys that have I think, won 3.
Michael Nash on the bike won 2.
There's a couple bikers that won 2.
The guy that won the last.
Shepard.
Yeah.
A couple bikers that won 2. I won 3.
No bikers have won 3 other than Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody else has won 3 of those. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn. I don't even know. I know Roy Hagedorn won 1, right? John Markham won 1.
Yeah.
You know, those are the people I knew. Then I looked at the thing with your names on them. Do we have that picture, Vernon? Well, we had the names of those trophies.
That trophy you're talking about, that trophy's in Pomona. That's in their museum that has all the winners' names on it. Mine's on it 3 times. I thought that was pretty neat.
That was really neat. I mean, you know, and like I said, even with all of the accomplishments, I'm just floored that Joe said the only reason y'all go because y'all like to gamble. I'm thinking it's gonna be
That's not
a little bit more to
And
it.
compete both.
Well, what's the other part of it that really gets you there? I mean,
that's
because he said the
That
money.
there,
Somebody,
that there's the first time two brothers were in a final in an IDBA
that's
race.
a good old picture.
Me and Joe in Memphis.
Tom in the near lane and myself in the far lane in
those guy,
Memphis.
he got some slick looking leathers on too. He matching that
Oh yeah,
motorcycle.
store bought stuff.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
the main back those are Tom's gold cards.
There were gold cards. You get a gold card. A lot of times you win a championship, you get a gold
Saves
card,
you a lot of
and
money.
you don't have to. I got a couple of them.
NHDRO. Which is nice. Oh, I didn't even know that picture was on there. That's a 5,000. I won a $5,000 race with cars at Eddyville, riding Tom's 73 cow. He didn't go to that race fighting a flood or something back
I think I was sick. I just
Yeah, you
fresh
were
out of the
sick.
hospital.
But me and John Mealy went down there. John Mealy and I and, mowed our way through the cars and won the money. That was a nice day.
That was a good one right there.
That's my old car tire cow.
That's the one you won the money on.
No,
No, you
I
won
was
the
on
money on
Tom's
John's
horn.
bike. Yeah, you won the
On
bikes on
Tom.
John's bike. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
What else you got there, Bernie?
That was blue and black right
That's the old picture, but my bike's blue and black. That one.
Man, but I just wanted to tell you guys, man, it was pretty cool, listening to man, you made me feel like I had to pull my accounting stuff back out again. I was like, man, I got to tighten up on my business game, man. I'm looking at this all wrong.
Yeah. Very few people make
But,
any money at this.
I think the faster you go, the more you spend.
Sure you do.
You race for good money, but boy, you spend a lot of money.
I said a long time ago, everybody talks about going pro, turning pro stock, doing this, doing that. Well, we're large men. We're not racing pro
No,
stock,
that's not happening.
especially myself. So I said, let's be the best bracket ET racers we can possibly be. And this was, 30 years ago. And we've done that. We've tried to be. Race
and,
within our
and,
budget.
and outside of the money, it's just still the money.
And the competition. Yeah.
Winning's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, I bet Joe a hell of a poker player. He hold the
You
cards
know
real
he is.
close.
You know it is.
Hey, we're going to pay a couple bills, man. We'll be right back to conclude this segment of Man Cup Live. I appreciate y'all. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, Man Cup Live. We back to conclude our interview. We with Tom and Joe Klemme, big boss over here out of Nashville, man. This weather been something else. How's that weather been treating y'all, man? It's been storms galore down here.
Oh, up here.
Perfect.
That's
Yeah.
part of our deal this year racing. I think every race we've gone to, minus a couple, we've got rained out at least one of the 2 days. So that cuts into the profits, It does.
For the
No, the expenses are already there.
yeah, the expenses are already paid.
So you want to race as much as you can. When Mother Nature comes in and wipes out a
We
day,
have been rained out a lot.
it hurts the money, hurts the profit.
So basically, the more the merrier for you. So if it's 3 full days
Sure.
of racing at one event, that's like hitting the jackpot for you. It sounds like.
Yeah. They have the Million down in St. Louis this year. I think it starts Tuesday or Wednesday with 50 granders. You got 3 of them before you run the Million, and then another 100 grander or 50 grander on Saturday. That's 5 days of racing. It's a lot of money to do it, but that's what you want to do, because if you hit that
Split.
hit the split or even win the race, you'll make a ton of money.
Yep.
Man, you seem like you got it figured out, boss. I mean, hey, everybody got their way of doing it. And listening to what you say, I know now. If I had to come back and can race you all, I'm gonna know how hungry you are. Make sure you try to make your profitability. It ain't got nothing to do with that man in the next lane. It don't sound like he in the way of
Small bracket.
business. That's how you looking at that.
Yep.
You're a businessman,
But,
Broadway. Broderick. You got to make money. It takes money to make money.
Hey, that's what it is, man. But hey, I appreciate you guys. I know y'all ain't y'all had last little bit of notice to get on here with us, and I appreciate y'all for stepping up and getting on here, getting on the live, and let the Man Cup fans and racers alike get to see you and the other people that get a chance to see this video. Once again, y'all are some awesome racers. The best in the business, like you said, 3 national championships. Like that's enough right there. I see we got my man Bradley Grothis over there. What's going on, Bradley?
Man, look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Betcha. I got 2 extremely, as you've heard, competitive uncles here that I've been watching for a long time, alongside guys like my dad raced a little bit, Brunson, John Goslin, Shane Epper-Jesse, and a little bit of Jeff Rosser lately. So, yeah, it's been great being able to watch them and finally jump in the seat this past weekend up at Eddyville a little bit and kind of put to use a lot of what I've been seeing.
Yeah, and
I mean, hey,
something
you took it to a check. I would say by Joe terms, you made a profit that day.
You made it turn to
Oh,
profit.
no, you didn't see their camp. They lost money. But what a lot of people don't realize is Bradley's father, Ed, was married to our sister, Judy.
All right.
So, and she passed a couple of years ago, bless her heart.
Yeah,
But,
good lady.
So Rosa's drag bike is part of, association with Klemme Performance Motorcycle, family-wise. These guys help us, we help them, and it all works out good.
I can see that.
And I'd like to also say thank you to Grothis Drag Bike for putting on the sponsorship for the 460 class this weekend. Had a great time with Bradley and Ed out there. We played a little golf before we got in the race, so that was cool too. So hey, Ed was trying to beat us too, boy. He had us down in.
He compared everything.
Pinky told him said
sounds like their group was a little bit more on their heels than my group was, but no, it's definitely great weekend started. That's
well, how Ed came down the hill, he said, "Hey, Pinky, how y'all shoot?" Pinky said, "We was 7 under." He looked at it, he said, "You for real?"
Yeah. He was serious, man. The man was serious, man, for real. Play a good game of golf.
Yes, he
did.
did.
Absolutely.
We all do.
For sure. My brothers definitely play a little bit more golf than I do, but I like spending my time out at the race shop, much like my uncles spend a lot of their time down here at their shop. So that's what I'm most passionate about, and hopefully that's going to show here over the next few years.
Well, once again, we'd like to thank the Trick Twos family, the Grothis Drag Bike, the Klemme brothers, KPM up there, all of y'all, for helping Eddyville Raceway Park, for giving us an opportunity to have a facility that was actually worked out. And they did a wonderful job facilitating the race. Sorry, it did get rained out on Sunday, but for all the people that made it go down, man, we really appreciate you guys. Bill Bueller, you had it set up over there on Manufacturers Row. So all these people that keep continuing supporting the drag racing, appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all for coming out to the events. Go spend some of these money with the people that's looking out for these series, man. There they are right there on the screen. We appreciate y'all again, Klemme's, Big Boss, Man Cup Live. We out of here. I love y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you.
Sounds good. See you in St. Louis.
All right.